Hello everybody, what is up? It's MissyDoPop here, and I want to get right to the point today. The channel is now officially 1 year old. Time really does fly, doesn't it? If I'm honest, this channel is actually over a year old now. I mean, I created the channel on May 21st, 2020, and uploaded a video the next day privately. You know, that's the thing. This channel started out as a private channel, and then an unlisted one. And then on September 15th, 2020, with parents' permission, it went public. There was no way for potential growth to happen before that point. Like, none at all. So I really do consider this channel's real birthday to be September 15th, and it will always be that way. I wanted to do something really big to celebrate this monumentous occasion, and I asked you guys if you had any ideas. A lot of people showed interest in a Q&A, so I asked you guys to ask any questions you wanted answered, within reason, and I plan on answering most of them here. I also plan on doing a live stream this weekend if everything works out Wi-Fi wise, so if you want to see that, make sure you are subscribed and have that bell turned on for notifications so you know when I do go live. I also wanted to make an homage to the last year, a piece of artwork that reflected on the last year for the channel, which is the awesome idea of a commenter. So the creation of this artwork will be playing in the background of this little Q&A segment. Anyway, how about I get right to those questions? Okay, I'm gonna try to do this all in one take with very little editing because I am running out of time. The first question is, what was your first experience with Pokemon and how did it feel? Ooh, I really like this question. Let me set the scene for a moment. I'm like 9 years old, staying the night at my grandparents' house. I wake up and still in that sleepy, hypnotized half asleep state, I walk into the living room. Grandma changes the channel in the TV to some kid's channel as I take a seat on her couch. And there it is. An episode of Pokemon the series XY. I recognize the name, Pokemon. I mean, Pokemon. I'd seen my cool older cousins playing it before, so it wasn't like I didn't know what Pokemon was. So I watched, and I fell in love. That day when I got home from my grandma's, I searched Netflix until I found what I was looking for, more Pokemon anime. And I started with the first series and watched until I'd watched everything Netflix had available. A few years later, also a few years after Sun came out, I played it, I got it, I played it, and I loved it. So yeah. I guess you could say that was my first real experience with Pokemon, and I think overall it felt good. Dr. Cortext asked a lot of questions, which I do appreciate or this video would have been pretty short. They'll just be scattered in here and throughout, so just look forward to that. So this question was, in the future, would you like to play some kind of multiplayer games for the channel with some people? I would like to do that. I think it'd be a lot of fun. And yes, I would love to play with you, Cortex. Maybe if I ever get live streams to really work out on this channel, we could all do that. That'd be fun. Dr. Cortex also asked, how many fakemon do you think there will be in Lazo? In case you did not know, Lazo is my fakemon region. Similar to what you mentioned you did, I'm planning on aiming for a nice 150-ish amount. If it ends up being more though, that's okay, but I am aiming for 150. This person asks if I have any suggestions for newer or beginning Fakemon creators. I love this question. I guess my main advice really is to just have fun with it. I know that's a little cheesy, but it's just really. As long as you're having fun with it, there's really no wrong way to create Fakemon. Now, I have some advice that may not apply to everyone, so take this with a grain of salt. For me personally, with the Fakemon region I'm working on, I'm more focusing on creating the story first and making the Fakemon along with that, which probably is not a good way to go about it because everyone wants to see more Fakemon and I'm like, well, hold up, I want to make the story first. So maybe you could go about it that way if it works for you. That's just what worked for me, so I wanted to share. Do you plan on designing alternate forms for your Fakemon region, like Gigantamax, Mega Evolution, etc.? Now, if I'm honest, I wasn't sure if this was just a generic question in the comments or a question specifically for the Q&A, but I'm adding it anyway. Most definitely. I've gotten some awesome ideas in the comments, and I have an idea for some sort of form. I don't want to give too much away though, so I'm moving on. What kind of games do you like? Role-playing games, for sure. They are so fun, especially open-world role-playing games. I like Pokemon, but it's just not quite as role-play as I would like. If I'm completely honest with you guys, Pokemon isn't even really my favorite game, you know? I'm kind of past that phase of my life. It'll always be a part of my life. Like, you can't just get this invested into something and just up and drop it. Anyway, I play D&D with my family and friends, and my favorite parts are definitely the role-playing parts. And it's just the same for video games. I loved Breath of the Wild because I felt like I had some control over my adventure. I also really like games like Life is Strange. I'm not really sure what those are called. Choice games, I guess, I don't know. Like, you choose what the character does or says, and it completely can change the story. I love that kind of stuff. I've never personally played Life is Strange 1 or 2 or the upcoming 3. But I've watched others play it and it looks really fun. I also really want to play Genshin Impact, and I'm pretty sure that's an RPG game. Also, Minecraft. Oh, yes. But yeah, pretty much I like role-playing games. Are you going to do a separate video about designing all of the Lazo locations, or are you going to make one big video about the whole region? Honestly, I've got no idea yet. I'm not really thinking that far ahead yet. It'll probably be one big video about the whole region though. And for those of you who are wondering, the Route 1 Pokemon are currently in the works. I have the ideas, but not the designs. I'm not sure when that video will come out, but it is in fact coming, don't worry. I won't be going about it just like one video for the regional bird, one video for the rodent, bug. I'll be doing like all the Route 1 Pokemon all in one video. Kind of like Lockstin did, you know, it's just all there in one place, that kind of stuff. So they are going to be longer in between. Maybe it'll go from 1 month to 2 months or something, I don't know. But they will be further in between, but hopefully the videos will be just a lot more, not making you wait as much as what I'm going for. Do you watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? I do not. I'm not actually much of an anime person. I've tried to get into it a few times, it's just not my cup of tea, I guess. Which is odd because I really love like animated television shows, but it's just, I don't know. Though the art and animation in anime is just so breathtaking. If I ever do get into it, I'll have to look into this JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. This commenter asks, what was your first gaming console? Smiley face flower sheep. My first individual gaming console all to me was a DSi. We had stuff like as a family. I think we had a PlayStation 3, we had a Wii, that kind of stuff, you know. A couple people asked me what got me into YouTube, and I really want to answer this question considering, you know, it's been a full year, yeah, woo! I started making videos back in May of 2020 during the whole quarantine thingy. School was online and I never went anywhere, and there was just nothing to do. I always loved making things, tackling projects, whether it be something like a Fakemon region, writing a book, a certain art or something, you know, I love it. One of my friends started a channel and I thought it seemed really fun. So a huge thank you to them. Without them, I probably wouldn't have made this channel. I'd watched people play video games and I wanted to do the same thing. So I started my next big project, this channel. The channel has definitely changed over time, you know, it went from being more game focused to being right now kind of Fakemon focused, which I really wanted to just be my projects in general, but it is really focused on the Fakemon region right now. That's not all it's going to be, especially with the new kind of format I'm going for. So we'll have to see how it turns out. I'm hoping to return to my roots of gaming soon though. Anyway, like I said, it's changed, but it's always been a place where I can just share my projects or interests with others, and everyone could just have a place or community where they feel valued and welcomed. That's all I wanted to really create with YouTube, and I think it's happening, and I'm so grateful for all of you, but I'll get mushy later. Let's finish the Q&A, it's already long enough. What artists or channels do you get inspiration from? Yes, I love this question. Yeah, definitely like you said, subjectively, for sure. Not just the Fakemon though, I love all of the art they make over there. It's really amazing and just really inspiring. Another one of my favorites is Drawing with Waffles. I've always loved her videos. I've watched them even in the times of the KidTube. Her channel's always just been one of my favorites. She has so much fun with drawing and just so many great tips and advice, it's just great. Some of the others I really like are up on screen right now. I'm gonna butcher their names so bad. And I don't want to do that. So, you know, here they are. Do you have any game consoles besides a Switch? Well, my main console is really my Switch Lite, but we've also recently got a family Switch, and we've got an Xbox of some sorts. I don't really know what kind. I've got a 3DS, which I haven't played in a while, and then my computer if you count that. This is taken far enough, so we're gonna do some more rapid fire stuff. So we got, what is your favorite Pokemon? Let me give you a hint first. Yeah, Eevee is my favorite, but also Yamper's pretty cool. Favorite Pokemon starters? Rowlet, Cyndaquil, and Mudkip. I try to get one for each type. Favorite Pokemon legendaries? Rayquaza, Zacian, Zacian and Zamazent. Oh my gosh, how do you say that name? And Kyogre. Favorite food? Pop-Tarts. Yes! Favorite Pokemon type? Oh, I actually don't know. Dark types are pretty cool, and ghosts and dragon types are pretty cool too. Those are my top 3, I think. And with that, the Q&A is officially all wrapped up, my friends. And the art piece is finished as well. I'm sorry that section took so long. I tried to make it brief, but I don't think that worked out. I know I should wrap up this video now, especially considering I have less than 12 hours to record the audio and edit this video, but I really just want to say thank you. At the time of recording this, I have 344 subscribers in 1 year. That is absolutely insane. Each one of you is super awesome, even if you don't think so or someone tells you you're not. That's inaccurate. You're all awesome. And I'm so grateful that you find this little corner of the internet, my corner of the internet, interesting enough to subscribe for. And I hope I can continue to supply content and projects and just fun stuff that you guys can enjoy. I am so excited to see where the channel goes in the future. Maybe it'll go back to gaming or, art. Maybe it'll be full-time Pokemon. I seriously doubt that, though. I'm sorry if that's what you subscribed for. I've got some fun ideas for the future for stuff I don't really have a budget for right now, so let's hold out for that, guys. Maybe next year. I get kind of mushy a lot in my videos. I go on and on like, oh, thank you all so much. And you're probably tired of that because that's like every YouTuber does that. They just like, oh, thank you. But it's because it wouldn't be possible without you guys, You all are just as important as the content creator, like me in this situation. And with all that mushy stuff, it's definitely time for me to wrap this up. If this is your first video on the channel, you haven't seen any others, feel free to go check them out. Welcome. This was kind of an interesting video to start on. Sorry about that. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. If you did enjoy this video or learn something new about me, maybe for the Q&A, feel free to let me know down below in the comments or give the video a good old thumbs up, a like. I always ask that at the end of the video, but it's like at the end of the video, like not a huge percentage of the audience is still watching, so it's like, oh. Anyway, you all are so amazing. I hope you're having the best of days. This is MissyDoPop signing off. I'll see you all next time.